Welcome all. This is not a traditional video that I've made, but I've been reading a lot of comments asking me to share this Reinhardt Stadium build that I've been sharing clips of lately. Now, this is not a common Reinhardt build that I've seen in Stadium very often. Usually when dueling other Reinhardts, I will often encounter the LH Cloudy build or similar builds that utilize weapon power and attack speed.
Hey, call it. There's a really cool LH Cloudy build.
Colin,
I think you should really try this one.
This
one's
meta
Hey, Colin, I think you should do this build.
Thanks a lot, guy. Let me return the favor. Great cup of coffee? Starbucks. Shh.
But in all seriousness, I don't claim this build to be better than the LH Cloudy build or even any other Reinhardt Stadium build out there for that matter. I'm sharing this build with you all because it's what I enjoy playing the most based on my playstyle, and if you enjoy being aggressive, pinning in, and creating chaos in general, then this build may be of interest to you. So let's get started. Back in the days of Overwatch 1, the art of Reinhardt's Pin was a delicate dance, in that once you started the dance, there was no stopping until the song was over. In other words, you couldn't cancel your pin like you can in Overwatch 2, meaning you had to choose wisely on when to pin and when not to pin. Because in many scenarios, pinning into the enemy team was a death wish. To the point where you may have even been begged by your team to stop pressing the shift button.
Reinhardt, for the love of God, unbind your shift key!
I swear that's never happened to me. But in today's Overwatch, that dynamic has completely changed. Oh, kind of. I particularly mean in the new Stadium game mode. Yes, you can still feed when you make a less than ideal decision to pin into a 1v5. Never done that before. But with the right build, I would argue there is a method to earning value with the pin ability every time on cooldown. So let's get to the build. Colin's Law. Anything that can be pinned will be pinned. Round 1. In the first round, I like to always grab Shield Stampede regardless of who I'm up against. As a player who likes to pin, it just feels so good to not be interrupted by enemy cooldowns, and it builds so much confidence in your ability to make space, which can be frightening to other players. It is very difficult to stop pins with this power, and the hitbox combined with the knockback will be incredibly useful to you in disrupting mercy reses and earning environmental kills. These types of kills are huge because they can net you so much stadium cash early on. And as you level up your ability power throughout the match, you'll find that even just bumping players with your shield can take away half of their HP.
Hello? Wait, what? How did it kill me? Excuse me? Died to a little sneeze.
Now combine this with Power Playbook for ability power, Charged Plating for extra AP and armor, and Weapon Grease for attack speed to assist with pushing players off the map. In my experience, I usually earn around 13k with this build in the first round, but I've gotten as high as 21,000 with it.
Rain, we went crazy.
21,000! I've never seen that before. That's crazy.
In round 2, my goal is to be at 40% ability power, with my first choice being Nano Cola. My second item of choice would be Multi-Tool for the ability power and the cooldown reduction. But this can be improvised depending on your matchup. For example, if I'm going up against a Reinhardt or an Orisa, then I'm choosing Boost Recycler instead of Multi-Tool. Now the significance of this item within this build is that if you counterpin a Reinhardt or pin into a fortified Orisa, then in about 3 seconds you are going to get a free pin on those tanks, which is incredibly valuable as your AP goes up. I've had a lot of luck with this tactic in dealing with Reinhardts with weapon power and weapon speed builds, because when landing a pin on them, it will usually only take one fire strike to finish them off or get them down to 1 HP. If you have any extra cash, I'd try to keep Weapon Grease or swap to another item that gives you even more ability power. My preference would be Custom Stock. By round 3, my goal is to have 60% ability power and 15% ability cooldown reduction by choosing the iridescent iris item. The overhealth effect isn't necessarily as important as the cooldown reduction and ability power, but it is helpful if you like shattering when at low HP. You'll have a choice between 2 powers that can be purchased in rounds 3 and 5 respectively, Impact Burst and Vroom Boom Boom. I usually will go with Impact Burst in round 3, as ability power and cooldown reduction at this stage of the game will be valuable for earning cash with your fire strikes. The one time I will consider choosing Vroom Boom Boom in round 3 instead of round 5 is if I'm going up against a D.Va or a Risa. The reason for this being, you don't usually want to attempt to target D.Va with your fire strikes unless she's shown a weakness in defense matrix reaction times in previous rounds, but that's pretty rare in higher ranks. Vroom Boom Boom collisions are triggered by charging into a wall, and Orisa's Fortify ability is treated as a wall in such scenarios when you pin into her, so your damage will be noticeable to her as your AP levels up more. In round 4, I will aim to be at 80% ability power and 20% ability cooldown reduction. My item of choice is Cyber Venom for the cooldown reduction, and the fact that your ability damage applies 30% healing reduction for 2 seconds, which can be really headache inducing depending on your enemy support composition, especially after landing pins on the enemy tank. In order to get to 80% ability power, I'll sell charged plating and go for custom stock or energized bracers. But if you have enough money, you can instead jump to what I try to purchase in round 5, which is the Champions Kit. By round 5, we will have both Impact Burst and Vroom Boom Boom, and our ability power could range anywhere from 85 to 110%, with 20% ability cooldown based on how much cash we've earned. By now, the enemy will have noticed your ability power and truly fear you on the battlefield.
What? How much? Does a guy have like 100% AP? Wait, he actually does! 105% AP! What? That's insane.
Our overall goal is to sell Power Playbook, buy the Champions Kit, then grab one of Catalytic Crystal or Lumerico Fusion Drive, depending on if you prefer faster ult charge or armor. My personal preference has always been Catalytic Crystal. If you don't have enough money for the Champions Kit, then grab one of the epic items with 15% AP and save up for the next round. Throughout these later rounds, you basically just want to keep applying pressure by building your ability power more and more. By the final round, I'll grab Magma Strike as the steaming hot icing on the cake, as it will be the most dangerous at your full ability power and cooldown reduction potential. You should be able to leave lava trails very frequently, which can make great value at disrupting positioning and giving your DPS plentiful opportunities to land finishing blows on low HP enemies. Overall, the total cost of this build as of July 2025 is 56k, which will take you an average of 9,300 stadium cash per round in 6 rounds, or as quick as 5 rounds if you're earning an average of 11,200 per round. In conclusion, this may not be the best Reinhardt Stadium build out there, but I personally enjoy it for how aggressive you can be, and it's been powerful enough to land this goofy Reinhardt player in Legendary. Stick around to watch a full match of Collins Law in action. If you've tried this build, feel free to let me know in the comments what you think about it and what your experience has been like. And let me know if there are other builds out there that you prefer over this one. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Hey Stinky, you wanna unbind that shift key over there? Oh heckin'.
Looks like the heavy hitters are coming to play. Welcome to the Armory. It's time for the teams to consult their playbooks. Capture the objective. The objective goes live in 10. Let's check the standings. 0 to 1. I can hardly believe my optics when I see stats like these. Teams to work out their strategies. Let's have a look at our MVPs. What tactics will the teams develop with this round? Let's check the standings. 2-1. Some intense competition this round. Capture the objective. The objective goes live in 10. performance from these superstars. Time for our teams to work out their strategies. Commencing attack on objective B.
Please help me. GG. GG. GGS.
Colin, why do you pick Reinhardt all the time? Is it just like because you like playing Reinhardt, or are you actually the Reinhardt? Because wouldn't it just be like Reinhardt is Colin? Or is it more so like Colin is Reinhardt instead of Colin the Reinhardt?